Good afternoon, Tinola Kiloni here again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at another interesting leadership gem, which is the cost of leadership. I thought about this. While I sat down and just ruminated over my own leadership journey. For every venture you engage in, every impactful journey you undertake, there's always a cost. Most times we do not count the cost. People glamorize leadership, which is beautiful because you're preserving the next generation, you're building people. But it's always important that we also understand that it comes at a cost. And so today I would be talking about few ways that we actually pay for leadership. First I would mention popularity. Leadership will cost you your popularity most times because as a leader, you sometimes make decisions that are not popular, that people are not aligned with. That way, you have people that don't like you. You have people that might want to plot against you. You become the object of gossip, the object of backbiting. So you need to understand this as a leader and ensure it doesn't get to you. It's one of the perks, in quotes, of leadership. Also, when it comes to leadership, a leader is responsible for outcomes, not effort. So regardless of the effort you put in, if the outcome is not in alignment with the vision or the culture or the goal of the team or of the organization, then the leader has not tried because efforts don't count, in quotes. Results build organizations, not the effort. So as a leader, and funnily for leadership, it's not just even about you most times, it's the effort of the team. So even if the whole team has put in effort, the leader is responsible for the outcome. The moment the outcome is not in alignment with the vision or the goal, then the leader also takes the fall. So this is one of what leadership costs us, where we are not just responsible for ourselves anymore, but we are responsible for the people that we lead. The third one is, most of us like to avoid difficult conversation. Normally because we don't want to hurt people and all of that. But when it comes to leadership, you choose kindness over being nice. The difficult conversation that you avoid becomes a crisis tomorrow. So as a leader, you are forced to have those conversations. As a leader, you consistently have to choose kindness over being nice, because most time being nice is like deferring your problem for the future, and it's also not going to help the individual and the team. So this is another cost of leadership. Another one is your team's performances, underperformance, weaknesses are a function. It reflects on your leadership skills. It's always purported that the culture of the team is a function of the leader, the leadership of the team, because what you tolerate continues to grow. What you overlook, what you avoid, becomes a norm. Silence is also a position. So as a leader, you must consistently ensure that the culture of the team is preserved. That means going against what you would ordinarily want to do. Also, the competence as a leader, you must ensure that your competence is top notch. Like they say, competence takes you to a place, character keeps you there. While you focus on competence, your character is also key, because your character reflects highly on your team. If you're a person of integrity, chances are your team members would also take the cue from that. So if you have found one thing in character, you're definitely building and breeding a team that would also, not have that would not be strong, in character. So a leader must ensure that they are conscious of the way their character reflects on their team members. Another one is also knowing when to let people go. As a leader, you must know when to coach, when to support, when to reassign, and when to let go. Sadly, this is one of the things that leaders do. This is one of the cost of leadership, because there are times you want to keep people, not because you want let people go, not because they are bad inherently or they've done whatever it is, but you just realize that they've outgrown the team, or the team has outgrown them, and you just have to make that tough and hard decision to let go. This is one of the cost of leadership that, most people do not see. Like I mentioned earlier, we glamorize leadership, we make it look like, it's all sweet and goody, but most times people don't see behind the scene. When you appear tough outside, and meanwhile, back in there, you are sad, you're jittery, you don't want to do this, but you just have to do it because it is the right thing to do. Lastly, I would mention, most times leaders see problems before other people, and because other people have not seen it, they tend to be immune. So when they want to take a decision based on what they have perceived or seen, it's they can get some pushback. And that's why we say leadership is not always a consensus, because your team members would catch up later. As a leader, I'm sure you know that you must be anticipatory in problem solving, in thinking. You must be proactive. So leaders establish patterns, they see issues before it occur, by the antecedents and the patterns. They are able to decipher what can happen in the next couple of months, in the future. And most times you want to be proactive in problem solving, to ensure that the problem does not escalate further, or it doesn't even become a visible problem that would affect the team. So you want to take action before everybody sees the problem, because other people have not seen the problem is not visible yet. Your team members do not see it. So when you begin to direct them towards solving the problem, you might not get that consensus. A lot of them might not be aligned. You might get some pushback. And that's why, as a leader, you must know when to stand firm. You must know when to ensure that decisions are taken, the right decisions are taken, irrespective of what people see or what they do not see, irrespective of their feelings, because you are seeing the problem ahead, and you know what can happen if this problem is not dealt with. Again, my people, those are a few ways that leadership costs us, because left to us as human beings, we just want to do things. We want to be goody goody. We want to be in good books of people and all of that. But as a leader, you've lost that luxury and that privilege the moment you take up the moment you embody that mindset of leadership, and you're titled a leader. That way, the outcomes are dependent on you. The success of the team, of the vision, is dependent on you. So thank you for listening. I wish everyone a good day. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next week, enjoy your day